What is good, fam? You know the vibes. John D. Saunders here, back with another weekly video. As a founder, as a business owner, I know we all struggle with hitting that inbox zero. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I hit inbox zero on a daily basis and how I've created a process that I'm able to delegate to an account executive, a virtual assistant, or anyone you would have on your team to help you facilitate these. Let's go ahead and dive in, y'all. It's going to be fun. P.S. Make sure you hit that like button and drop a comment. It's super helpful, helps us get seen by the YouTube algorithm, and helps us spread the love with our content. So make sure you hit that like button ASAP. It's gonna be something that feels unobtainable. I'm gonna show you and dive in real time how we handle this and how I manage multiple businesses by creating a system and delegating that process to virtual assistants, as well as creating a repository or FAQ database they can always access to respond to emails. So let's go ahead and dive in, because I know a lot of you are spending hours each day in email, and I'm going to show you some ways that you can help mitigate that. So first things first, let me go ahead and jump in. Inbox zero is real. This is my inbox from today. As you can see, my primary tab is empty. A lot of this content is updated in folders as well as jobs. So I'm going to jump in and show you what that means. It's obtainable. You just need a system to get it done. So I'm going to share my system and the process that works for our agency. So let's go ahead and dive in. This is where I was at first, 200 plus emails per day. It was insane. And then daily inbox is now at zero. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right. So first thing is, one, you want to create an SOP. So I talk about this in one of my prior YouTube videos you can check out right here. Check that out and you'll get an understanding of how to create these SOPs or standard operating procedures within your agency. So there's three primary things that you should do. One, you can use unroll.me to unsubscribe to a lot of the emails that you're a part of. So unroll.me is a free platform. It lets you clean up your subscriptions really easily, literally the click of a button. As you can see here, I'm in my personal email. I have unsubscribed from 3,500 subscriptions, which is pretty wild. And then I've rolled up the remaining emails. Now what roll up means is it'll take your daily emails that you might receive from some of your favorite subscribers and roll them up into one daily email you'll receive. That way you can get all your subscriptions embedded and combined into one email, and you don't really have to worry about it. And I've subscribed from hundreds of emails, and this has helped me substantially in mitigating all those emails that I might get on a regular basis. So to head back, let me go ahead and open that back up and go back into my original screen here. But ultimately, you want to create your SOP, which we'll jump into and I'll show you an example of, and then unroll your subscriptions as well. Unrolling your subscriptions will get rid of a massive influx of subscriptions that you might have that you probably haven't seen in years. And again, you can use unroll.me to do that. Next, you're going to develop an FAQ for each email, which I'll jump in and show you an example of as well. And then you're going to be able to delegate this to a virtual assistant, because you'll have your operating procedure ready to go and ready to access. And then you can lastly create an email template repository. So let me go ahead and open this up. I'm going to open up this window a bit so you all can see it. Here we go. And I'm going to walk you through these steps. So one, creating your SOP and unrolling subs. We already unrolled a ton of emails here, so no worries there. Again, unroll.me is the platform. It is free. They add specific ads to some of the emails in the daily ones that you receive, but otherwise it's a pretty solid service that you can use to get rid of a whole bunch of subscriptions. Next thing you're going to do is create your SOP. So here's an example. I'm going to bring that up for you right here, because I want to show you what this looks like in real time for those that aren't familiar. Again, you can check out the link here for my operating procedures quick YouTube video for access to that. So I usually have video training at the top, which walks you through the process. A daily recap email is just one of the templates and things used. And I also put last updated. So SOPs are standard operating procedures, and there's systems you can use to build out processes that you can then delegate to team members. So these are the daily tasks completed by our account executive. We're a small agency, about 10 people. So our agency team members do have multiple roles. Our account executive acts as more of a connection between the clients. So she's answering emails, she's responding, she's sending updates to clients as well. So we always have every team member clock in, and so we can track hours and allocate time to specific things that they're working on. But what I like to do is have review emails. So I have all my emails here that she reviews on a daily basis. And then basically she goes through and works through those emails each day. At the end of the day, she'll send me a daily recap to share in our Slack channel. We have an AE Tasks Slack channel where any important messages that I might need to see or respond to will be tasked there. Now, to show you the specific details of what we do is we create an FAQ for each email. So I'll go to Black Illustrations, which is one of my businesses that I currently own and run. And we basically just set up an FAQ. So anytime we get a question from a customer, I'm gonna move my big old head. Anytime we get a question from a customer, we add it to this FAQ on the website. Now what this does is this creates a repository for our, one, people visiting the site, and two, our team member, virtual assistant, account executive can access this FAQ and respond to questions accordingly. So yesterday I got a question, hey, how do I access my membership? Oh, you can access it here. So we'll send them a direct email response, but then if it's not in the FAQ, we'll add it there as well. That way, we're creating this long form repository of normal questions that people ask. That way, people that are visiting the site can get their questions asked without sending an email. And then it's easy for a team member to go in and check out this FAQ and update it accordingly. So going back to our doc, we created our SOP and we unrolled our subs. We developed an FAQ for each email. So again, for every email type that comes in, you're gonna start building this FAQ doc over time. After a few months, you'll have dozens of FAQs that are answering questions, and then you can easily delegate this to a virtual assistant or someone on your team to facilitate and get the job done. Thirdly, you delegate to a virtual assistant. Now that you've got your SOP, you've unrolled your subscriptions, you've been developing your FAQs, now you can create an SOP like we did here, and be able to delegate this to a team member. Lastly, you can create an email template repository. What I also like to do is set up email templates. So again, you have your FAQs, which answer most normal questions, and you're updating that as you continue. But then you can also have a doc like this. This is our email templates doc. Basically everything that we do in the agency, from form follow-up, actually let me zoom in here so you can see this a little bit better. From form follow-up to sending proposals, to ready to start, to welcome to 5-4 Digital, we have a template for literally everything in the agency that we have. And we're constantly updating this because what happens is this makes the process just a lot easier to scale out. I actually did a video on this on Asana you can check out here as well. But ultimately, this helps us create another knowledge base that a team member can access and be able to use as a template. With that said, let me jump in and show you this quick recap once more. I'm going to present this. And again, if you have questions, please leave comments below. It's a great help when you leave comments and you make sure that you hit that like button so that way we can grab those likes and YouTube algorithm can show our content to more and more people. So to reiterate, create your SOPs, unroll your subscriptions, develop an FAQ for each email, delegate to a virtual assistant, and then create an email template repository. That will get you to the promised land of inbox zero. It'll help you take back your time, help you mitigate all the issues that might arise from just not responding to emails back quickly and doing that as well. And I hope you get some value from this, y'all. I will see you on the flip side. Peace. Thank you all for checking out the video. Again, don't forget to hit that like button, comment below, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.